Hey guys, welcome back to I'm on my Angst TV reviews. I'm Keiki, and today we are going to be talking about Season 2 of the Netflix original series, Bridgerton. First of all, to get things started, this will be purely spoiler-free. Just so we all know, my dearest gentle readers, this is not a book lover's season. So don't get in my comments. It wasn't for you. Adaptation is adaptation. People are allowed to take liberties. I mean, clearly it was already done. You saw season 1. So let's get into it. Season 2 of Bridgerton. The Bridgerton gang is still all together. The Featheringtons are doing their thing. The Queen is doing her thing. Lady Danbury is still hitting people with her cane. And we are debuting Anthony and Eloise. Yes, 2 Bridgertons are entering the marriage mart this season, and marriage-minded mamas are definitely after both of them.
This is the season the Viscount intends to find a wife.
You honestly just did that?
I believe I did.
And if you recall the first season, everything was incredibly grand, beautiful, opulence, all through the eyes of Daphne Bridgerton. But this season, it's through Anthony. And you can see that the tone of the show has absolutely flipped. And some people might not find it for the better, but I think it helps me better understand his character. If you remember the end of season 1, he's finally stepping in to the Viscount life. He's taking on his family responsibilities. And a big part of that is finding a wife. The name must go on.
It is only out of the greatest love of my family that I aim to choose a bride with my head and not my heart.
We really get to see the pressures of Anthony through his eyes. From everything, from the way it's cut, from the music, from the situations. So, yes, there weren't as many fireworks and flowers, but again, it's through his guys, his vision, and his experience.
Your Majesty, may I present Miss Kate Sharma and Edwina Sharma?
Only hope they like me.
The newest family to join the bunch, the Sharmas. And if you're a book reader, they're the Sheffields. Same thing. I'm a book reader too. Don't get upset. Season 2 of Bridgerton is very much a Taming of the Shrew adaptation. We have Kate, the strong-minded, ill-tempered older sister who, let's face it, is so beyond an age. She might as well have 90 cats and just move on. And then we have her younger sister, Edwina, who is a diamond of the first water in every sense. Stunning, petite, little, sweet, graceful, all those things. But lest we forget, they're both intelligent. That's right, the Bridgerton men, they like themselves a smart girl, okay? The Sharmas, they're Indian, and I love this. I love this casting. The chemistry between the characters is absolute palatable. I mean, as we saw from that little teaser clip.
Are the young ladies of London truly so easily won by a pleasing smile and absolutely nothing more?
So you find my smile pleasing?
I find your opinion of yourself entirely too high.
Kate has all the strength and callback to give Anthony a run for his money. And it is so much fun to watch throughout the entire season. That type of chemistry you can't buy. This cast worked so well together and was honestly such a great step up from what I saw in the first season. If you keep introducing characters like this, I can only imagine where the next seasons will go.
My honor is hanging by a thread that grows more precarious with every moment in your presence.
Something I love, being half Sri Lankan and growing up in a Tamil Hindi household, it's very evident in the Sharma's existence that they are Indian. We're not steering away from this. They talk about their travels from their country. We see examples of Kate drinking chai, and then Edwina calling her older sister Dee Dee, which means elder sister in Hindi, and then Kate using the term of endearment Bon with her little sister Edwina. We see hair oiling and so many just little details that really take me back home and add just a tiny bit of culture to this London society.
Lady Whistledown's words carry far too much import. We must entrap the scribbler.
Genius idea, ma'am.
Yes, that is why I thought of it.
Let's talk about some other people you know. Penelope. As we learned at the very end of season 1, Penelope is Lady Whistledown herself. And us knowing that made some real tense moments this season as we see Pen really navigate what it is to live this lifestyle as a young woman who is debuted in society alongside her best friend who is always around her. It's become a lot of work. Mama Violet, MVP. You've got a busload of babies, girl, but you raised them right. Violet, as she did in the first season, never ceases to save the day. She's always coming in this season with the facts.
After your father died, a wall went up inside you, as if love had become some weakness instead of your greatest strength.
And the great spin doctoring to kind of move us from one scandal to the next.
Come now, it is not proper to stare.
Something else to note, it's not as sexy. I know. Some of you are going to be very upset about the lack of sex scenes in this season. But I can tell you, when it comes to me, I rather have quality versus quantity. And we all remember how I felt about Reggae John Page's jackrabbiting in season 1, okay? I have to give props to Phoebe Denever, who plays Daphne, because she sold that 10 seconds hard. Like, girl, you sold it, but it's a problem. And speaking of Reggae John Page, he's not missed, which is actually kind of refreshing. I love the Duke. I want to see him and Daphne, but because this is Anthony's story, it's just, there's really no point for them to be involved. And I'm sorry, but he's not missed. This season, I think in particular, has laid some great groundwork in prepping us for who is to come next in the Bridgerton family line of finding their true love and betrothed. We are setting up Colin, we're setting up Benedict maybe a tiny bit, even Eloise. And it all seems like everyone's kind of ready to flee the nest, find out who they want to be, and of course, get married, which is our favorite.
Has this young lady truly won your heart?
The one that makes it impossible for you to look away from them at any given moment.
As a book reader, I'm gonna confess I watched it twice, and this is why. At first, I just had to get through the initial shock that I was not getting what I read on paper. Season 1 is very much a really strong adaptation of the original Duke and I book. This is not an adaptation of The Viscount Who Loved Me. It's loosely based, maybe. It was a framework, but it is very far beyond that. But on my second watch, I was able to take it for its face value and really enjoy it. We still have our amazing Bridgerton covers. I'm talking Harry Styles, we got some Robin, we got some Rihanna. Great. We still have dancing and balls and grandeur and drama. And we have love, which I think this cast did a really great job expressing on camera. We saw the build, and if you watch it a second time after that shock value, you really do see it.
True love is worth it, no matter what.
So, I hope you guys give season 2 a run. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. I'd love to hear the tea through someone else's eyes. Of course, I'm Keiki, and I will see you on the next one. Au revoir.